people. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Bill of Rights was adopted and added to the Constitution in 1789. In both the Constitution and in the Bill of Rights, it is stated that all men are created equal. I believe that marriage is considered pursuing happiness and having freedom to choose whom to marry whomever I choose. Well, what if that right and freedom was taken away from you? Well, today it is being taken away from many homosexual couples. In this speech, I will argue that Proposition 8 is discriminatory and unconstitutional. First, I will argue that Prop 8 does not conform with the concept of separation of church and state. Also, that the due process law clause is being ignored. And lastly, I will argue that the concern and involvement of children in this issue is irrelevant. So my first argument is that the Prop 8 does not conform with the concept of separation of church and state. This law states that their legislators should make no law that respecting an establishment of any religion or prohibiting free exercise therefore of. The belief that gay marriage is wrong is for the most part a religious view. Therefore, I believe that it should not be a part of the Constitution. Ever since the Constitution was created, it has been an issue that church, religion, and government should not be mixed because the views just don't always agree. So it angers me that that the laws and the words of the Constitution are being ignored and changed to correspond with people's religious beliefs. Which brings me to my next point. Due process law clause is being ignored today because, it says that the government should respect all legal rights of the people stated by the law. Prop 8 is discriminating against people based on gender and sexual orientation. This clause is stated to protect the people from this, and by amending and adding this law to the Constitution, it is contradicting it. My last point is that the children should not be involved in this issue. The supporters of Prop 8 argue that children will be taught about gay marriage in public schools. Public schools teach children sex education, safe-sex abstinence, not on who they should marry. And I don't understand why they would think that now they would start teaching them. In this speech, I argued that the Prop 8 does not correspond with the concept of separation of church and state. Also, that the due process clause is being ignored. And lastly, I argued that the concern and involvement of children in this issue is irrelevant. This issue of gay marriage is really controversial, and there are many opinions on it. But my opinion is that this amendment should be ratified from the Constitution.